This is an intermediate English listening practice. It comes from Book 3 of the Intermediate English Comprehension series, which has over 3,000 positive reviews on Amazon. Listen carefully and use the subtitles to improve your vocabulary and comprehension.
Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart was born in Salzburg on the 27th of January, 1756. Some say he is perhaps the most brilliant pianist and composer of all time. Let us take a look at his extraordinary life and achievements. Mozart was the youngest of 7 children. However, 5 of his siblings died in childhood from various illnesses. This left Mozart and his older sister, Maria Anna. Mozart's father was called Leopold, and he was a musician who played the piano and violin. He also composed and was an excellent music teacher. Leopold began to teach Maria Anna to play the piano when she was 7 years old. Mozart would watch these lessons and began to take part when he was 4. By the time he was 5, Mozart was playing the piano flawlessly and was beginning to compose his own music. During their childhood, Mozart and Maria Anna traveled all over Europe with their family. They used to visit royal courts and perform there. However, the family was not rich and often traveled in very poor conditions. They were often quite ill on these journeys, and Leopold almost died in 1764 when visiting London. As an adult, Mozart was employed by the royal court of Salzburg as a court musician. He began this job in 1773, but he did not enjoy it, one reason being his low salary. He resigned in 1777 and set off to find work in Europe. Mozart's mother traveled with him, and in 1778, she died whilst in Paris. After his mother's death, Mozart returned to Salzburg and started a better-paid job. However, he was still unhappy with the city, and he left for Vienna to start afresh. It was in Vienna that Mozart met his wife, Constanze Weber. Apart from some concerts in other parts of Europe, Mozart spent the rest of his life in Vienna, where Constanze gave birth to 6 children. Sadly, only 2 of these children survived into adulthood. Whilst living in Vienna, Mozart performed many public concerts, which were very popular. However, he had very bad financial problems and had many debts. The last year of Mozart's life was very productive. It was during this time that he composed some of his most well-known works, such as the operas The Magic Flute and La Clemenza di Tito. In 1791, Mozart became seriously ill. He died several months later at home in Vienna on the 5th of December. He was only 35. In his lifetime, Mozart composed a wide variety of music for different occasions. These include symphonies, operas, concertos, sonatas, serenades, and masses. He was extremely prolific and wrote over 600 pieces of music, totaling over 200 hours. The work of Mozart is held in very high regard throughout the world. Many of his compositions are still used today in plays, advertisements, and films. His music is an essential study for anyone who wants to be a true musical connoisseur.
If you'd like the full text with comprehension questions and vocabulary explanations, Book 3 is available on Amazon. The link is in the video description below.